everybody, it's Dizzy and welcome to my channel. I've got a quick video for you guys today showing you how to put your hair into this little front roll even if your bangs are pretty short. Mine only come to about here and I was still able to kind of fake out a front roll. And then just using a bandana to hide the rest of your hair for the most part. So this video is happening by request. A few days ago, I did a video, which I'll link down below, of a sort of get ready with me with like peach makeup. And I did this hairstyle in that video, and I had two friends request that I do a tutorial on it. So Courtney and Lilabat, this is for you. And to anyone else, thank you for watching and stay tuned. The tutorial is right up next. Okay, so this is my hair. This is third day hair. There is some, I've been wearing it my natural wave. I like brushed through it today with a wet brush just to kind of break up some of the product. But I had mousse in here, I had gel. So yeah, so the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take some dry shampoo and I'm just gonna spray through the top, because that's mainly what we're going to be working with, and a little through the sides. I'm just going to ignore the back of my hair. Now, this style relies heavily on bandanas. Bandanas are scarves to make it work. So you're going to be pretty much hiding the back of your hair. I'm going to show you the back of mine. As you can see, it is really short here in the nape. So the bandana is going to hide that. If you have a longer hair, I'm going to offer you a couple ideas on how to deal with that. So the first thing I want to do is I want to part my hair into kind of a mohawk section, or if you were trying to cut your hair into Betty bangs, like a U-shaped bang section. The longer this front section is, the bigger and better your roll is going to look. My hair, as you can see, is pretty short, so I'm kind of faking a roll. If I wanted to get a really good roll, it would have to be more like here. So something to keep in mind. If your hair is shorter than mine, you may have to do something a little bit different, like a bumper bang in the front. So I'm gonna spray this part of my hair with a heat protectant. And what you want to do is get the part that you're going to be rolling into the front roll to have some curl to it. So the easiest way to do that is to use a curling iron or Velcro rollers. I'm actually going to use a couple hot rollers today, just because they're going to be nice and fast. And I don't like the curling iron that I have right now. So I'm going to take these small ones. I'm just going to make a section. Get it on the hot roller as best I can, and just roll it forward. And then I'm going to take the next section and another roller and roll that forward. And then this last one, I'm going to hold it up and elevate it and roll it down. And these get pretty hot, so this is hot on my head right now. Okay, so I've got those in there. Now, what are you going to do about the rest of your hair that's going to be kind of hidden in the scarf? What I like to do is I like to put one more hot roller in this crown section. That's a bigger one. because I just want a little bit of height in the crown. Now this is a good idea if you're going to be wearing your scarf where it covers just around the ears and doesn't actually cover the top of the head. If you're going to be doing your scarf bandana style where it covers all the way around, then you don't need to do that stuff. So I'm going to take a flexible hold hairspray and I'm going to spray the sides. And I'm going to comb them back and put a very slight twist in the hair. And then I'm going to take a bobby pin, just a normal bobby pin, and pin that in place. I'm going to take a second one and pin that going back the other way. And it's okay, like I said, if it looks messy because your scarf's going to cover it. Do the same on the other side. Now, if your hair is long in the back, what you're going to want to do is pull it up and pin it flat to your head so it sits flat. Whether that's a any sort of updo will work, like any kind of flat chignon or flat French twist type of style will work, and that's going to hide the hair. And that works really well if you're doing it with a scarf that covers the whole head. You can also put it in like a high ponytail and then do pin curls at the top and leave it out. As long as the back is kind of pulled up off the neck, that's all you need to worry about. So, okay, I've got my sides done. I'm going to actually take out the big roller because I don't need it to sit there for that long. And I'm going to take my little teasing brush and just kind of brush over that to get it more on the flat side of things. I'm going to back comb it just a little bit. And this teasing brush is one I got from Sally's. It's part boar bristle, part like synthetic hair, and it's got a little rat tail thing at the end, but it's a really good brush for getting some tease and some height. Okay, so that is that. Now I'm gonna take out the hot rollers, and my hair sets really, really, really fast. If yours doesn't set fast, you may have to leave them in a little bit longer until they're completely cool. Okay, but as you can see, I've got a curl in there. So the next step for me is I'm going to go through and spray the hair with a thermal kind of style hairspray. This is the Vintage Glam Spray. It was at Sally's, but I think it's discontinued now. But I'm going to go through and take my teasing comb, and I'm going to go through section by section and just back comb the very bottom of the hair. I want to keep the ends smooth. And then once you do it one way, you want to go through and do it the opposite way. So you just get a nice cushion in there. Alright, so now you've got this kind of rat nest. Now I'm going to take the hair and brush it around my finger. Yeah, you see, nice and cushiony through there. Okay. Got that. Good start. I'm going to take a little bit of a pomade wax type product, and I'm going to get that in my fingers. It's a very lightweight water-based one. Get that in my hand. And I'm going to use that just over the ends to smooth them. And what's left of my hand, I'm going to rub through the sides. Now that I've gotten that, see how I've gathered it all into one kind of little loop? I'm going to take that little loop. And like I said, a lot of this is faking it because my hair isn't really long enough to pull this off yet. But I've kind of dialed it into a little curl. See that? Now, once that's dialed in, I'm going to take a little bit more of my hairspray, spray it in there, and comb over it. Smoothing it with that brush. Now I'm going to take mini bobby pins, which are these tiny ones. See those? To give you a comparison, I've showed these before, but here is a full-size bobby pin, and here's a mini. So the mini ones work really good for my hair. If you have thicker, more hair, feel free to use a real bobby pin. So I've pinned that. I like to do 2. Because why not? We want security. I don't like the placement of the second one. I don't get too like hung up on hiding them. I just don't want them to be like uber obvious. Okay, so that is that little roll, and then I'm gonna spray it again with my brushable hairspray. And do any more little tweaks to it. There, so that is that. That is the front roll done. Now, then what I like to do is I like to take a bandana, and like I said, you can use this 2 ways. You can do it if you want to cover more of your hair. You can take the bandana, put it on right behind the roll, and pull it up and tie it into place. And then tuck in the ends and any loose hair you might have. Or, and this is how I do it more often, I'll try this again. Okay, so I also will take the bandana, and I've got it folded in the triangle. Then I will fold it down again, and then one more time. So I get this kind of shape. And I like to wrap that where it covers about half my ear. And tie that behind the roll. Fluff out my little ends. And then by feel, I make sure none of my bobby pins on the side are showing. And I just make sure that everything's tucked under inside. But I find when I do my bandana covering my whole head, it can be a little warm. So this gives me a little bit of ventilation for my brain. I'm going to try to look at the back of my head which I don't think I have a mirror to do. So let's see, maybe I can do it in the viewfinder. Sorry. Yeah, and that's usually how I roll and how I do this. The bandana style scarves stay on pretty well for me. I usually don't have to pin them. But if I use something like this, this is a sheer nylon scarf, I will put bobby pins on either side. And I'll go ahead and just show you guys how I do that really quick. So I'll just take a normal like long bobby pin, and I'll just put one in on either side. So there you go. It's pretty easy. What I like about this style is you only have to really fix like 15% of your head. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.